close that. Cool. Okay, so let's do like a summary kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we have to point out that just for like title, problem, and solution, from that you might not get a bigger picture. It depends on how they wrote it, and probably we both gave very harsh sentiments to some people and too overwhelmingly bias or good sentiments for other. But we are just two people in the internet and going through this thing, giving our opinion, and this is how I feel it.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think the takeaway from today, actually, I feel like this has been good because this has, again, sort of firmed some of my beliefs or perspectives, in the importance of just understanding how humans, the audience, the majority of folks who are going to be voting, how they think, and how they're not going to be taking time out to, like, as I said, like, go through what is going to be more than 78, because initially the 78 were not the only proposals which started in Fund 2, right? I think it was over 100 proposals, and then gradually some got withdrawn, etc. But I think in Fund 3 there's going to be more, and Fund 4, and so on and so forth. So understanding that majority of folks are not going to have the time to to dig into stuff, the value of really having a great title which encompasses the problem that you're trying to solve, and then enough to get them to tap on your proposal, to then read the problem statement and the solution, because that is most likely, I would argue, like 80% of people, that's as far as they're going to get. And you're lucky, for the 20, again, this is really conservative, for the remainder minority going to actually, going to have a look at the details of your proposal, which you have worked on for the last 6 weeks, or probably even longer, right? But I said 6 weeks because Catalyst goes over the 6 weeks. So this has been really important, and I feel like anyone who's thinking of applying for Fund 3, this overview so far, and maybe even tomorrow's, would make a good thing to actually view and see, okay, how do I best structure my Fund 3 proposal? Does that make sense?
Yeah, like you mean at the start, you mentioned that this is all experimental and the situation is gonna change, and I think this is also like a result of this experiment, like how people even gonna assess them. Because look, we are two guys and we're going very fast through these things, and still hours, and we got nowhere.
Exactly. Yeah. And most people won't have that time, won't have, the upside, right? The upside of them interacting is not enough, right? The whatever, the however many ADA they'll be getting as a reward for voting would not be enough, for them to spend hours on hours, doing it, right? Because they get the reward if they just go in and vote on one project, right? Compared to like voting for a whole bunch, same reward. That will probably be rethought, because from an incentive standpoint, it might make sense to incentivize folks to, in the same way the advisors, when they give the reviews, there's a threshold, I think, of like 3, or there was, of like 3 reviews that you need to give, and they need to be quality once they're assessed, and that kind of thing. So that might be the case, with voting. But anyway, it has been really awesome going through this. There are some interesting learnings.
Stay tuned for second. Oh my
exactly, God. Part 2.
I have mirror.
Exactly. Which side? All right, cool, man. Tevo, yeah, stay tuned for part 2. Thanks for watching, and see you soon.